Adam Carolla lives by that rule still. He joins us tonight. Adam, thank you so much for coming on. How do you do comedy in a moment like this? You still do stand-up?
Yes. I was on a stage at the Improv in Hollywood last night, and I was on a stage with another comedian, and I started getting into some subject matter, and I could see in his eyes, like, don't go there. We don't want to get into trouble. And that's a very troubling notion. Comedians second-guessing themselves, worried about getting into trouble. And also this notion of these idiots saying because a comedian says something, people are going to go do it, as if you did whatever George Carlin was talking about in the 70s, or Mort Saul, or Richard Pryor. You know, it's even like when they were accusing Trump of telling people to inject bleach. Okay, he's dangerous because he told people to inject bleach. How many Americans injected bleach? This is the president of the United States, and this is their excuse for canceling everyone, because they know people don't listen to Dave Chappelle or Trump saying to inject bleach. It's just an excuse for them to have dominion over you.
It may be, however, that they're on to at least one point. The one thing that average people might copy from a comedian is the willingness to mock the people in charge. Maybe that's what they fear. They don't want to be mocked.
Yeah, and there's a definite truth in comedy that cuts right to the core. And they know if they lose and can't silence that community, there's going to be issues. Remember when Jon Stewart was on Stephen Colbert's show several months ago, and he was like, hello, Wuhan lab leak. There's a virology lab up the street, don't you think? Watch Colbert's reaction to that. He was like, oh my God, one of our own has crossed the line. But it's not crossing the line. It's a comedian being funny and making observations that are patently true.
So how have you, I've always wondered, I don't know if I've ever asked you, how have you continued to act like it's 1986 when it's not? Why doesn't it affect you?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving, but you'll see it almost everywhere. You have to be good. If you're good, you say what you want. Dave Chappelle is good. Jon Stewart is good. They say what they want. Most people live in the middle. If you're a journalist and you have any kind of integrity, you quit your job at the New York Times and you go to Substack. Those are the good ones. But most people aren't good. Most people are in the middle. And when you're in the middle, whether you work for a big corporation or the New York Times or Netflix, you need to keep your job. Most Americans want to keep their job over about anything else. They're not good enough, and they don't feel they're good enough to say whatever they want and do whatever they want.
That's a really good point. I wonder, though, when all of this ends, won't a lot of comedians be ashamed that they went along with speech codes, which are antithetical to comedy and free thinking?
Comedians eat Count Chocula at 4 in the morning in a bathrobe in their living room every night. They do not feel shame. They don't have the shame gears that the rest of America is constrained by. So no, they don't normally feel shame. They eat edibles, stay up all night, and make fart jokes. So they're a hard demographic to shame. But my feeling is if you're a comedian, you got in it to say what you wanted to say, and if you're curtailing that in any way, especially because some woke a-holes are going after you, then you're a coward, and you've given in to the mob, and you become a comedian to push back against the man. And the man is not Ron DeSantis. The man is the woke mob if you're a comedian.
Well, that's exactly right. Do you worry that venues where you're performing could be shut down?
No, but it doesn't mean it can't happen. I don't have a choice. I'm a comedian. I have to say what I'm thinking. Some people like it, some people won't like it, but the second that process ends, I got to go back to carpentry.
Still living like it's a free country. Adam Carolla joins us tonight. Adam, thank you so much.
Thanks, Tucker.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson Tonight.